Yeah, they've got it.
Thank you, young champions. With around a dozen organisations this year, you helped deliver the big culture conversation, engaging nearly 1,000 children and young people in setting an agenda for culture in Newcastle and Gateshead. You're part of our City of Dreams plan that over the next 10 years will provide fantastic opportunities for children and young people. Celebrate things made by them, share stories about them, and provide opportunities for children and young people to develop and progress. But most importantly, this is a journey shaped by you. Our destination is Newcastle Gateshead, a network of communities with spectacular buildings and bridges, a football team with a passionate following, world-class galleries, theatres, dance and music venues, magnificent museums, a national centre for children's books, an amazing science centre, and much-loved independent cinema. An area we believe can earn a reputation as the best place to be young. We'll get there by 2028, but we're not going to stop in 2020. It's a 10-year strategy, but we have a vision that goes way beyond that. Along the way, we'll work to engage all local children and young people in cultural activity. That's 165,000 young people every year for 10 years and beyond. In our areas, there is an attainment drop-off between primary and secondary school, an above-average population of looked-after children, at least 1 in 3 grow up in poverty, and adolescent mental ill health is rising. And we know 42% of young people don't expect to hold down long-term employment. It's because of those things that Newcastle Gateshead Cultural Venues initiated City of Dreams. NGCV is made up of 10 organisations running 20 venues, all of them civic institutions working in partnership with our councils and others for the good of our city. Last year, 81% of local schools engaged with us. By next year, we aim to make that 100%, which means we're actually going to deliver more than 600,000 engagements with children and young people across our venues. But we want to do more, so NGCV is acting as a catalyst for a bigger shared journey. We've already had over 40 arts, culture and children's and young people's organisations working together as part of our champions group. There's an old proverb from the Confucian writer Zunzi: I hear and I forget, I see and I remember, I do and I understand. That's the kind of learning and developmental experience that we hope we can offer through NGCV Cultural Venues. And it's the kind of experience our children and young people have asked for. There's evidence that creative experience grows confidence, critical skills and collaborative behaviours. Key attributes of successful learners and employees. As a senior business leader on Tyneside, and that person's in the audience tonight, told me just this week, the key thing they want in staff for their company is imagination. You can teach numeracy and literacy, but you can't teach imagination if it's not been nurtured. Looking at what the cultural sector delivers, I could mention 4,000 jobs, our investment in a diverse supply chain, the £95 million we contribute to the regional economy each year. Together, we can open even more opportunities for creative careers and broaden that economic impact. City of Dreams is a route map for arts, culture, heritage and science organisations to achieve deeper social impact as well as economic benefit, for working with you to improve the life chances of a generation, for developing the sense of self, well-being and resilience that enables children and young people to really thrive, for creating a workforce that will encourage businesses to locate here, creating wealth and contributing to a sense of place. Why are we so confident? Because children and young people have told us creative activity changes their lives for the better. Because employers also want to work with us in helping them meet their skills needs. Young people have told us not everyone has the chance to get involved. Where they live, family income, what parents and teachers think, how we communicate with them, and thinking the arts and culture are not for the likes of us, are some of the barriers out there. The work we're doing is already happening. In May, we piloted the Twilight shows, offers between 4 and 7 p.m, aimed at teenagers who told us cultural events were often too early or too late for them to benefit. We've been building relationships with services for looked after children, leading to an alternative prom for care leavers at the Centre for Life last month. We hope to make a difference in particular in early stages in this project for some who find the biggest challenges in engaging with our services. Young people overwhelmingly told us they wanted more chances to make things. So, on your seats, you'll find flyers for 4 months of making activities. Make something brilliant. If you want to tweet, #MakeSomethingBrilliant, it's not a bad place to start. They said, we did. That's the spirit of City of Dreams. On your chairs, there's a postcard. The postcard you've been given lists the top 10 milestones we've set, and I want to highlight a few of them. We aim to engage all schools in Newcastle and Gateshead by July next year. We're working with Culture Bridge and the local cultural education partnerships so schools can shape how we do this. We're building on the Make Something Brilliant programme by working with the City of Dreams champions to provide a bigger, more diverse programme in July and August next year. From summer 2020, we'll widen the offer further to deliver inclusive programmes in up to 10 super low output areas or geographically isolated communities. We'll work in those communities for at least 6 months to co-design a creative offer bespoke to each area. To reach those 10 areas, it's going to cost us £300,000. So this is the point where the ask comes. If you're a funding body, a business, if you'd like to get engaged, if you'd like to support that programme, please see me after the event. We're keen for children and young people to share their experiences with decision makers. We're delighted that our young champions will be designing the next big culture conversation, which, thanks to brilliant support from the Gillian Dickinson Trust, will start in November, repeating annually to 2028 and continuing to set an agenda for culture in our city. We're working with the North East Culture Partnership to invigorate employment and skills progression for local young people, growing our creative industries, diversifying our workforce, and exploring how the skills we deliver through cultural engagement can support employment in diverse sectors. Newcastle University are helping us evaluate our programme and building a social case for culture. I hope that you will all join us and find out all the ways in which we're going to play our part in improving life chances for children and young people in Newcastle Gateshead. I'm really proud, as Chair of Newcastle Gateshead Cultural Venues, to be launching City of Dreams with our key partners, especially our 2 local authorities. And I'm now going to hand over to Councillors Gary Haley and Kim McGuinness to share their ambitions for our 10-year mission.